Alright, guys, welcome to another episode. Hopefully, 256 is mic isn't too quiet.
It shouldn't be.
No, you should be good. It's coming up right where it
Cool.
should be. I got it tuned for you tonight instead of people that are louder.
That's what's up.
So, how's everybody's week? I think there's been a lot going on this week. I haven't been on Instagram or anything as much as normal. Been kind of a less.
It's been a slow week.
Yeah, it's been kind of a less social media week. Lot less.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got in one live this week just to see what was up, and after that, I didn't do a whole lot.
I think I got into one for 2 or 3 minutes, and then hit me up last night.
I got busy, so I didn't even catch hit me up.
It's a good show. I want to say there ended up being 20 people playing last night.
That ain't bad.
No. I think Juice Do It's got involved again.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they seem to be a very active account. So,
What are you vaping on?
a lot.
A lot.
The Barrage, sexy. With some watermelon candy. Profile like always, with black currant Skittles. Unicorn on the overpowered with the melon medley that I make, and then the Bonza with regular Skittles. It's a Skittles kind of day. What you got going on?
The Goon 1.5 on the Snow Wolf Mini. And there I got Taft out from Fuggin. The Go For It RTA on the Recurve. Got Silence of the Clouds in there. And then I am rocking the Magic kit. Right now, it's still got Venus for your penis in there. And once that is done with, I'm going to be on black current Skittles from Mr. Caleb.
Yeah, I've got to order more extract for that because I actually don't have any more to make. That's gonna be a cold day in hell.
Yeah.
What's up, Michelle?
What's up, Michelle?
Mr. Bubba.
You just missed what we were vaping on. That's about it.
I've got 2 pod kits going, but I think one of them has the Maui Wowie from Smoothie, and this one I think, and then that one's got Bird, E-Juice, Prickleberry Lemonade. I think, yeah. And there we go again.
It's going to be a fucked up night. Welcome to the shit show.
So Zoom is being an asshole tonight for some reason.
Zoom is being a giant dickwad.
Yeah. Nothing ever wants to work right 100%. We fix one thing and 10 other
Oh,
things go wrong.
man.
But it is what it is. Vape news. Samsung announced to the AVA that they do not want to be associated with vaping at all, and they will be suing people that are pushing their batteries for vapes. I think LG did this 2 years ago, so it's nothing really new. It's just another battery company. They would rather use their batteries for your high tech dildos and shit than a life saving device.
I mean, one day they'll get on board, and it'll be viewed as a life saving tool instead of.
Well, and you know we have two companies, Galisi and Molicel are both 100% pro vape. So they're the big companies are just taking their sweet ass time getting on board.
Yeah, and if you ever have questions about batteries, I would always send everybody to Battery Mooch.
Yeah.
That man spends a lot of time testing every battery out there.
Yeah, he spends a lot. He spends a lot of his own time. You know, that's not even a job for him. Well, I guess he has a Patreon and everything, so I guess it kind of is. But it's not a full time paying job. And
Well, I mean, he does something similar to that professionally. I think he does something like that, something similar.
he used to. I don't know that he does anymore. The last live stream I watched, I think he's pretty much doing battery testing and stuff like that pretty much full time. But batteries, we all know, you know, use battery safety. Don't give big companies a reason to hate us even more. You know,
if your battery wrap is torn, rewrap, please. If it's dented, throw it away properly.
Yeah, and I actually just covered that in my video this week. When I did the intro to Mex, any kind of tear, dent. If you have a dent of any kind in your battery, throw it away. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Michelle said Mooch is the only one when I need Bitfo and batteries. Absolutely. Mooch is a very valuable tool that we are lucky to have in this industry.
Yeah. Mooch kind of took it upon himself to be our voice. Yeah, our voice for telling us what we should and shouldn't do.
And he has done a wonderful job.
Absolutely.
What's up, Mr. Hagerman?
Kenny. What's up, buddy? That's actually... He tried to get me to switch from smoking to vaping back like 10 years ago. But all he vapes is like Mr. Pancake shit. Like, I don't do custards, I don't do cakes, and that's all he vapes. But he was vaping before vaping got popular by any means.
Yeah, I started right on that cusp of it starting to become popular. Like right before it really got there, but yeah.
I started 2015, into 2015, I think.
Yeah.
It was when I first moved down here. Michelle says I rewrap even if all I want is different color wraps. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way on that. I'll get tired of one type of wrap, and
I gotta order wraps because none of the shops down here have them.
OB doesn't have them anymore.
Negative.
Actually, there's a store on eBay that carries ODB wraps for cheap, and I buy my wraps in like 48 packs, like a big multi pack that'll have like 10 different pictures and shit, like Pickle Rick.
Yeah, I want to be like Snoop Dogg one day with battery wraps, just two big ass bags of battery wraps.
Yeah, I'm about to actually. I think my 18650s are about to go Pickle Rick. I got those.
I carry wraps and don't charge for the wraps or the wrap batteries.
One, I think that's how vape shops down here. I know TLC used to rewrap, and they'd charge you I think $1 for the wrap, but they'd rewrap it for you.
Yeah, well, I mean it's so simple to rewrap batteries now.
Oh yeah,
it's always been simple.
It's 30 seconds and a blow dryer.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen some people do it with a lighter. Fuck that.
now I've used a torch. I have a butane heat gun for doing shrink wrap. It's what it's made for, but it doesn't actually put open flame on the battery. It puts just the hot air. And I have used that if I don't have a blow dryer handy.
Yeah. What's up, David? Michelle says she finds it very relaxing. I do too. I'm weird. I like shit like wrapping batteries or pressure washing.
Yeah, pressure washing concrete's really relaxing.
Absolutely, I love pressure washing.
Watching it change colors as you get the oil and grease and everything off. It's
Yes, sir.
Kenny, that's another thing is battery cases. There's way too many people that don't properly carry their batteries.
Yeah.
They'll throw them in their damn purse or pocket or dude. I've given away more battery cases than I can think of because people are being stupid. I'll give them away and buy more. Which I mean,
Yeah.
IMR batteries. Anytime you buy a set of batteries, it doesn't matter what size they are. They come with a free case with every set you purchase.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've chewed people out. I got a buddy that he come over to borrow some juice. He had like 2 weeks between. He was like 2 days after payday or some shit, and he couldn't afford juice, and he ran out. He come over to borrow some juice, and he straight up pulled his damn 18650 spares out of his pocket with no case, no nothing. And this is the same pocket that had his car keys in it.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I did that for a minute whenever I was like first into vaping, and I didn't know. But ever since I found out and know now, no.
I didn't. Which I do a lot. I've done a lot of electrical work over the years, automotive wise, and I know the possibilities that how bad batteries can fuck up. So when I started vaping, it was kind of a like, duh, don't be a dumbass. And I mean, dude, battery cases like like these right here, you can literally order like a 10-pack of these on Amazon for like $3 or some shit. You know, they're nothing fancy.
Yeah, oh,
They're
absolutely.
nothing fancy. They're, you know, they're and I forgot whose show it was on the other night. They were talking about it was on the shit Thursday night. I just drew a blank.
The
Anyway,
Vape team?
no, it wasn't a Vape team. It was Red Phoenix and yep, there we go again.
Fuck Zoom.
But they were talking about they went to Walmart to the sporting goods section, and you know the little plastic lure cases. They were using one of those. They put felt on one end of it, and it held like 7 batteries.
Yeah.
Or 6 batteries or something. But you know, those are what, $2 or $3 for a lure case. That and they're actually made better than what the actual battery cases are made. They're heavier plastic and they actually have a good last on them.
Oh yeah.
So there's no reason for anybody to be carrying batteries in their pocket or their purse, or you're asking for tears in your wrap, you're asking for a damn explosion in your pocket, or a battery venting, burning the shit out of your leg. So with everything that we have available to us today, there's no excuse to. Kenny said, I used to use the plastic soap boxes. That's actually a pretty good idea too. Those are pretty decently heavy plastic.
And please, for fuck's sakes, don't put a sub-ohm tank on a mechanical mod, please.
Yeah, that's actually something I forgot to mention. I had it in my notes and then I forgot to mention it, but
I'm so tired of listening to dumbasses tell me, well, those things explode and kill people. No, stupid people do stupid shit.
stupid people explode stupid people.
Exactly.
Yeah, using a sub or people using what really kills me. I mean, you can use a sub-ohm tank on a mechanical mod, but don't go throwing it on something with a damn hybrid cap.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell, don't use some RDAs on a hybrid cap. If it doesn't have a good protruding 510 pin on the bottom, then you're asking for a bomb in your pocket. Or in your face. You know, I've ran that one on a mechanical. You just got kicked again. Yep.
Fuck you,
Zoom is not happy with you.
And I ain't done a goddamn thing to the motherfucker.
Yeah.
That is not enough to put on a hybrid mechanical mod. Don't do it.
It is barely, and it does have a peak insulator around it. I wouldn't run. You're not gonna have the right kind of coil in that RTA to run on a mechanical though. It's gonna hit like shit. Michelle, a lot of people choose not to mess with mechanicals a lot, and I mean, it's one of those things. If you're not comfortable, You have to get to a point to where you're extremely comfortable with your building and your knowledge of Ohm's law, and that's pretty protruding.
That is plenty.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is that is RDA that has plenty that you can do with the coils.
See, this is borderline. This is not really safe. It does protrude, but it's very very little. Um, I wouldn't throw the barrage on a like the Bonzo. No way.
Yeah. Michelle, if you want to get into using mechs, just if you want to, definitely do something like a half mech first. Like this recurve is a half mech. It's a mechanical mod that has just a little bit of protection.
Yeah, and there's quite a few. Uh, I know Cthulhu, or however the hell you say that, makes
Cthulhu.
yeah, they make a tube mod that has a MOSFET chip in the top of it.
The foosh or fush or fuck or whatever
Fush,
the fuck it's
foosh,
called.
fush, fuck, yeah. The
Yeah,
little
that
light, the
has
little glow in the dark dildo. I got a friend of mine that has been wanting one of those push mods since they come out. I'm like, dude, it's a gimmick. Like, it's literally something that lights up and it looks like a little lightsaber.
exactly.
And it's 18650. So if you put a .2 build on it or a .15 build on it, with it lighting up all the time, your battery life is going to be shit. And if you build higher than that, you're not going to have a warm vape.
Yeah. One main reason is you can't control the wattage, and sub-ohm coils are rated differently because they will have same ohms.
Well, the biggest thing with sub ohm tanks to me is the fact that little 510 pin can give out at any time.
Yeah.
Um, I've ran like the TFV4, I think, on a tube mod, but it was a spring loaded 510.
Yeah. I'm ready to get into mech mods, and I actually think I'm gonna either be borrowing one soon or be
I
buying one.
I should have the Bonza ready for you. As soon as that polishing rig comes in, I can get it cleaned up nice.
I know you're fine. I still haven't started a review for this one yet, so
Yeah, you sleep on shit too much.
it's
I've,
not that I sleep on shit. It's just time. I've been spending a lot more time with my family lately than I normally used to, or whatever. So it's just been kind of a couple slow weeks.
yeah, I've already published 2 videos. I've got 2 that are ready for editing, and 2 on the back burner, I believe.
I've got this one already filmed, but not edited. But knowing the circumstances of this one, I'm kind of waiting on something to go along with this one, which I haven't even talked to her about the bush yet.
Bush.
Yeah, so I'm kind of waiting on that to finish that review, and then I have this one up next, um, and then I think I've got a couple juice reviews coming.
Kenny, that we got into a heated debate about that the other day. With I'm in a group chat on Instagram, and I said the same thing. Mesh is where it's at for beginners, because you even if you have carpal tunnel or something like that, you can build mesh. And they said no, because people, if they start off with a mesh, then they're not going to ever get into coil building, or actually putting real coils in an RDA. And a lot of people are happy with that, though. I mean, the flavor coming off of a mesh coil, it compares to easily to frame staples or alien, tri-core or quad-core aliens. And you can buy a damn...
Well, I mean,
you can buy like a 10-pack of Next Mesh for like $5. And that coil...
Well, I mean, see, you some people have a bad experience with mesh. Like, I was vaping in the time where they were using mesh as a wicking material. And that was fucking terrible.
Yeah. I
So
think when
I
I first started, it was like the first generation of cotton bacon was out, but they were still using silica wicks and the mesh and the silica. Everybody was kind of going 20 different directions on wicking.
Yeah.
When I first started using the mesh RDA, though, that was the DigiFlavor Mesh Pro, and that one you actually had to cut your mesh off of a spool, and you had to kind of guess at how long you needed your mesh to be, and then you had to figure out how to wick it without getting dry hits every 2 seconds. But I mean, dude, and that was one of my first reviews, was the DigiFlavor Mesh Pro, and that RDA was my go-to for over a year. I mean, I kept it on a mod 24/7 for over a year. I still had my mechs and my other shit running next to it, but there was always that Mesh Pro. And then it actually got stolen.
Yeah.
It got stolen middle of last year, and I was pissed. Like, I already had a I already had a profile, but I was still pissed. I was like,
I mean, I would be too.
I've still got 2 full spools of mesh wire. And that one, the Mesh Pro, you didn't have the little... This one's got that little spring-loaded deal to push the cotton up.
Yeah.
You didn't have that. You had just a plain metal deck underneath it. So you literally had to put one side of the coil in, screw it in, put your cotton, and then pack the coil around the damn...
Loop it over.
And it was a bitch, because if you didn't get enough in there, it was killing you. But at the same time, if you got it right, it was glorious.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Hagerman.
The Jenny.
The Genesis.
Yep. Kenny, I think used to rebuild disposable coils back in the day.
Oh God, them OCC coils in the Kangertech.
Yeah.
You could rebuild those, but they were a pain in the fucking asshole.
Speaking of come out of the damn box, you motherfucker. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I still have a device that takes those.
I can't believe you still fucking have those.
And that actually came from Mr. Hagerman.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna go get something. Just look
Oh, where's it at? Hey, Kenny, that look familiar? John disappeared on me. Yeah, this thing actually still works. Like, what year did that come out, Kenny? Like, 2012? Later, Bubba. Appreciate you coming in. You still have a lot of those? I think I used. I think the last time I used that one was some 24 milligram freebase 50/50, and it was like some Cuban cigar shit. John, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? You motherfucker!
What?
I said, what are you doing, you motherfucker?
My headphones were plugged in, so I couldn't hear you. I was across the room. But I found a tank the other day in my wife's purse that was missing the top to it. And I found the top to it the other day. Apparently, we trashed the rest of the tank. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was saying, I think the last time I used this was like, I put some 24 milligram 50/50 freebase. It was like Cuban cigar flavored.
Yeah.
Like last year.
God, I remember this tank so much too. And I was kind of thinking it would be kind of nice to retry it again.
It's not good.
What's up, Urban Prepper?
Damn 10-second pull for a damn baby cloud.
Fuck, let me take a 10-second pull on this motherfucker.
Did those have 510 style tips on them?
Mr. Hagerman said use it for CBD. Look what I found the other day too.
I'm actually kind of digging that.
Look what I found the other day, Caleb.
Yep.
I told you I'd find it as soon as you finished the video.
Use it for for CBD. I use this little guy.
Yeah.
That's my CBD pen.
I could use this little motherfucker for CBD.
Yep. That would actually work fairly decent for any kind of small pod device. I think this one's about dead.
Well, remember, according to SJ, this is not a pod.
It's an all-in-one. I kind of agree on that to
Yeah.
to an extent. Um, I would honestly, I'm not a fan of the disposable pods. There's a lot of waste that goes into those. Used to hate all the metal tips. Always clicked my teeth while I was driving. Yeah. Nothing really uses metal tips anymore either.
No, I hate metal tips. But Jason, yes, I did wash my hands. Thank you very much.
I don't even see that comment.
He's a co-worker of mine when I used to work at Walmart. He Facebooked me
Oh.
a little bit ago. A little bit ago, he said John was pulling his pud.
I'm trying to think of the last atomizer that I used that had a metal drip tip. Oh, the Twisted Messes.
Yeah.
The original Twisted Messes had a, I think it had a metal and a plastic top that you could interchange.
Yeah.
That or the what was it? The Troll, the full size Troll.
Yeah.
It had a. They don't. They don't do metal. I think you can still get custom like metal tips, but I don't know of anybody that actually uses them.
Yeah, I don't either. I used to hate them because of they would always clink on your teeth, and I can't stand that. Like whenever somebody bites a fork.
Or when someone has a tongue ring and sits there and clanks the damn thing back and forth.
Yep. No, you can go somewhere else with that shit.
Yeah.
Jason said he just got the RPM 80. I've been looking at that one.
Yeah. There's that one. There's the RPM 80, the Fetch 80, and what's that new one? The waterproof, the Smoke Alike.
I want the fucking Jackaroo.
Yeah, single 21700.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, I like that idea. Only thing I hate about like the Aegises and the Jackaroo and all those is they got that damn screw in battery cover. Like the blue parallel box that's on my shelf that doesn't get used because I hate changing batteries in it.
Uh-huh.
That shit. I mean, I get why they do it because that's about the only way that you're gonna get a waterproof seal.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I like that one because like it's number one. I watched the Jay Hayes video on the Jackaroo, and they beat the ever loving hell out of that motherfucker.
Well, Jay Hayes beats the hell out of anything that says it's
Exactly.
waterproof or indestructible or. I mean, he did that to the Aegis. I think all 3 or 4 of the Aegises.
Yeah.
And the Jackaroo. Seems like there was something else.
There's a couple other indestructible mods.
Wasn't the original Aegis 26650?
Yeah.
Thought so. I think Kenny had one of those. Probably still does. Damn thing. I'm pretty sure that's the one he ran over with his Cadillac. And like he lifted on top of his car getting into it or some kind of shit, and went to pull out of his driveway and ran it over with his car. Picked it up and went right back to vaping on it.
Hold on
See,
one second, guys.
he says he doesn't like the pod systems that you have to change out the coils. Why though? Like, why would you not? The boost, the boost is on my list to get, but I want the rebuildable, the RBA section.
Yeah.
RBA pods are where it's
What
at.
kind of juices? Urban Prepper said, "What kind of juices do y'all like?" I'm into more fruity or candy juices, and Caleb's got the same sort of flavor profile as me.
Yep.
Um,
Only difference is I just
but
don't.
he
I don't.
likes more of the guava.
And I can't stand I can't stand raspberry or blueberry. No, sir. And fuck Zoom.
Fuck you, Zoom.
Yeah, so the RPM 80 Pro and the Fetch Pro both take 18650. And I want to say one of the Vapor SO pods takes an 18650.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I hate about pod systems is if you do drain your battery all the way, you're screwed. There's no.
Yeah.
There's no.
Do y'all remember dealing with tank crackers?
Do what?
Does anybody remember having to deal with like flavors that would crack your tank?
Mm-hmm.
You never dealt with that? I forgot what it was. I think one of them was cinnamon. It would crack the plastic tank. Like way old school tanks. Or I think peach was one that would crack the tank real quick.
I know menthol was bad about like not necessarily cracking it, but it like it wouldn't come out of the plastic. Like it would cook into the damn plastic and you couldn't ever run anything except menthol in that tank again.
That's why I'm a dripper person, because I like to change flavors way too much.
See, and that's my biggest thing is I can't vape one flavor for more than an hour or two. And most tanks I like tanks, but I have to have another mod with me. at all
Oh yeah, I
times.
mean, I have at least 2 mods with me, no matter what. I mean, whether it's this one and this one,
Kenny said yes, menthol, cinnamon, and citrus.
yeah. Was
Strawberry kiwi from Juice Head.
Yeah, that's a good one though.
Yeah. The only problem with strawberry a lot of times is it doesn't. It gets overpowered easily.
Strawberry?
Yeah. Like if you
I
have
mean, not
if you have if you no, but if you have strawberry with a lot of different kinds of fruits and shit, the strawberry gets overpowered really easily.
yeah. My wife, Amanda, that's what we had to start her out with was the strawberry because that's what she liked. Uh, that's just what she enjoyed. And that's just what she started with, and that's what finally got her to quit. Absolutely. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Hagerman. We appreciated it.
The only strawberry that I've actually really enjoyed was uh Cyclops. They did that I can't remember the name of it now. But it was a straight strawberry.
Yeah. There was a shop down here whenever we lived down here the first time, and it's still open. I don't like them anymore. That's cheap tobacco right there in Foley. They used to make a juice called Papa Smurf.
See, I tried a bunch of their juices because, like, I don't know. I went in there whenever I first started vaping, but I realized really quick that everything that they carry is way overpriced.
Yes.
Like, they'd have what was that? What was that damn RDA that had the little fan in it? The turbo or something?
Yes.
I wanted one just because it sounded cool. Like when you hit it, it sounded cool. It was it was gimmicky as all hell, but I wanted one. But they were wanting like $55 or something, and everybody else that carried them, they were like 30. There was a
Yeah.
solid $15 to $20 difference between everywhere else.
But their juice was cheap.
Their juice was cheap, but to me, all their damn juice was lacking.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. This was whenever I first started vaping, and I
I
didn't
mean,
know what good juice was.
and especially now that I do DIY, it's not hard to put enough flavor in.
Yeah.
And it
Urban
doesn't.
Prepper, you like menthols and berries too. Do you vape salt mix? Because if you like menthol and berries, I got the juice for you.
You got the regular and the salt, Nick, don't you?
I did, but the regular is gone. And I think I have 3 or 4 bottles left of the salt mix.
I've been
And yes,
vaping.
absolutely, Roanoke, Alabama needs a vape shop.
I've been vaping on that Maui Wowie, and it's, I don't know, it's kind of growing on me a little bit.
That Maui Wowie is the best one of them all. Absolutely, hands down, best one.
The salt, I think the salt still has too much ice in it.
Absolutely.
But
I don't do sauce. Damn it, I thought I had somebody give that shit away too.
you could throw it on a RDA and get Nick sick real quick.
Yeah.
Damn Rob at Razor Vapes in Foley tried killing us all one night. We were having a cloud comp, and the cloud comp ended, and he's like, "Y'all want to do another one just for fun?" And we're like, sure. So he's like, let's see who can take the biggest hit without coughing of 24 milligram regular nicotine, ice menthol.
Yeah.
Well, my dumb ass, I was running a damn tube mod with like a .1 build in it on an 18650. I think on my troll, if I'm not mistaken, I was running the troll on the Ghost modder does a. But I went and re-wicked real quick, put fresh cotton, put a fresh battery in it. I don't know if you know, what's his name, Silver. Bald-headed guy that's a manager. I think his name's Will.
Name's not ringing a bell.
His name's Will, I think. But anyway, he friggin' saturates my cotton. And we're talking brand new, dry, clean cotton. He saturates that, floods it. Just, fresh battery, fresh cotton. Fuck my lungs. Fuck them right in the ass. I thought I was gonna die. Because, me being a dumbass, I'm like, damn 9-foot cloud and shit on 24 milligram nicotine. Yeah. I didn't cough when I exhaled. As soon as I was away, I about killed over.
I bet so.
And I was lightheaded as all hell. It was interesting.
I bet so.
There was only like 6 of us that volunteered to do that stupid shit.
I bet.
I don't know if you know. Have you met Rob? That owns Razor?
No.
Older guy, glasses. He was actually the first person in the vape industry that I ever met. Kenny, Mr. Hagerman, that was in here a minute ago. I called him when I first moved down here, and I was using this actually, and I wanted something bigger and to move into a more modern device, because even at that time it was outdated.
Yeah.
And he's like, go to Razor Vapes in Foley. He's like, there's a store down there. He goes, and talk to Rob. Tell him I sent you. Well, Rob started Razor Vapes in North Little Rock, Arkansas. There's one in North Little Rock, and there's one in Jonesboro. Well, Kenny had been dealing with Rob for 5 or 6 years already at that point. And when Rob moved down here and opened this store in Pensacola, so he's like, go talk to Rob. Tell him I sent you up there. Tell him you're wanting to upgrade from what you're using now. And Rob, I think, sold me a Kanger Sub VOD.
Uh-huh.
The little tube mod with the built-in battery and the little tank, like 3.5 mil tank on top.
Uh-huh.
And some ISM. It's a cigar flavor from ISM.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. We couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah. But that was actually that was what initialized me going into the rabbit hole that is vaping.
Yeah. I like OB Vapes too. I shop there more often than not. Just because they have the coils for my wife's tank.
I've still yet to even step foot into the OB Vapes in Orange Beach. I've gone to the one in Gulf Shores quite a few times.
Oh man, I used to love the OB vapes in Orange Beach because they were open late. Because I
See,
mean, hell, it's inside of a bar.
I didn't ever go to that one because my boss that actually got me to start vaping and quit smoking went down there, and he got asked not to be basically blowing big clouds in the shop because it would disturb the smokers at the bar. So I had a bad experience without ever actually stepping foot in the door.
Hmm.
Because to me, even if it's a bar on one side, if it's a vape shop, you should be able to vape however the hell you want to.
Yeah, I want you to read that name for me.
Seymour Ballsack.
I just wanted to make you say it. Now I want to know who that is because that is a kick-ass name. Jason said, "Really, I clouded up in there all the time."
And it may have just been whoever was running the vape shop that day was being a dick. Who knows? But I know that put a bad taste in my mouth. Like, and my boss that he never went back there. He never did any business with OB. Period. After that, still doesn't. Orange Beach or Gulf Shores. So now when Brandon Plesh started working Red, when he started working at OB and Gulf Shores, I started going down there a lot to hang out with him and bullshit. And they do have some different juices and oh, fucking comments.
Yeah, I felt like that one was coming. I almost said, "Hey, Zoom's getting ready to kick me out."
Oh, that's good shit. If Seymour knows my cock's long. uh, good
So
old.
we actually picked up a guest for next week's show on this show tonight.
We did.
I got a message from Urban Prepper that says y'all should let me come on sometime.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, sure enough, come on next week.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, Jason's a good dude. Jason, you'll need to download Zoom
Yep.
uh, at some point during the week and let me know, and I'll give you all the information. Uh, and we'll get you added in our little group chat on Zoom for the week.
I'm surprised that these wraps are still as good as they are, with those batteries being like over 6 months old.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go get mine.
Oh god. Are they bad? Oh, he just keeps on coming with the comments too. Love it.
Next week's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Next week is gonna be fun.
Dixie enormous. And how old are those?
October.
Not bad. I've got two. I bought two 21/7. It may have been the beginning of it. It was tax time last year. So these are no, no. I got these October, November. So yeah, they're close to 6 months old. But I'm surprised using them in hybrid mechanicals, and that's the only thing they ever go in. I take that back.
Right.
The Fuchsia 213 Squonk is 21/700 too.
Well, I have this one that's 21/700, and this one that's 21/700.
Need to get you one of these.
Yeah. No.
No,
I mean, maybe one day.
they're still on sale right now for $59.99.
I just can't go into the rabbit hole of expensive Macs. I just can't do it.
That's what I'm saying. They're still on sale right now for $59.99. They're normally
Well, I mean, you know.
they're normally $250 plus 60 or 70 for the RDA.
Will you buy me one?
If I had the money, I'd buy me another one. I ain't even shitting you. I'd get the blue one to match my damn blue RDA.
Yeah.
Good old Cerakote.
Yeah.
Or get the orange one.
I want a Dreamer.
The Dreamer 1.5 just come out.
I know, but I want an OG Dreamer.
The 1.5's constant contact switch. It's got a better button. Which the OG you can buy the constant contact switch and put on the OG Dreamer. If you don't like the colors that the new one comes in, but honestly, I want the pink and black splatter Dreamer 1.5 and then get a Blotto with the pink and black splatter paint to match.
I mean, literally, I have used 2 Macs, and one of them, and wait, no, I've used 3 Macs, and 2 of them were at your house.
Yeah. I actually won my first mech from Razor Vapes. They did a giveaway on Facebook. And that was the Ghost Modder Doza that's stainless and brass.
Yeah.
And that was my first. I'd only been vaping like 5-6 months when I won that one.
Yeah.
And once I went down that rabbit hole, I never turned back. Like,
Well, I take that back. I had a tugboat.
I had the tugboat too, bud.
I had the tugboat, the box mod.
Is that the one that had the manually adjustable battery contacts?
Yes.
I had one of those too. Was it a
but my 510 pin like came the fuck out.
I'm trying to remember if that was a tugboat. I know it was pink. Little bastard was.
No, wait, no. The tugboat I had did not have adjustable battery.
Yeah, I don't think it was a tugboat. I think it. What the hell was it? I had something that was damn neon pink that had flathead screws on the bottom. You put your batteries in the tray and then you put the lid on and you had to screw the contacts in.
Yeah.
What the hell was it? It was a damn high-end mech mod. I hated the fucking thing though. It was a piece of shit. It was literally like a piece of shit. I want to say it was a parallel box. And the battery contacts would back themselves out. Like if you were carrying it in your pocket, they would back themselves out. So you had to carry a flathead screwdriver with you at all times.
Yeah. I got about 20 more minutes I can stay in, so just JSUK.
Do what?
I only got about 20 more minutes until I gotta go.
Gotcha.
So
He says he gets most of his vapes from 8 Vape. I'm not a huge fan of 8 Vape. Unless you catch something on sale, because I think they're a little higher priced on a
I'm
lot of
not
theirs.
getting chat anymore. The last comment I have is, can I bring my friend Dixie Normus?
Yeah, there's 3 comments after that. Sorry, I'm a smartass. I get most of my vapes from 8vape.com. Bullet sucks and paint come off. Blotto, I guess. Bullet. Bollott. Not really sure.
Nope, I'm on top chat. Thank you, Seymour.
Change the chat settings.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's funny.
Hell, how many chats have I missed?
I don't know. How many have you missed?
Apparently none. I mean, apparently 4, 3, 4, some. I don't know.
You got called a dumbass.
I do get called that regularly. Doesn't make it damn to me. Call me anything you want for late for dinner.
Look at your name on the bottom of the screen.
How the fuck did you change my goddamn name?
Oh, that's good shit.
Just put down there my name, Bald Spot.
Oh. Baldy.
Baldy. I got hair. I almost took a razor to it today. I almost did. Y'all see what it says right here, right? Welcome to the fucking shit show. That is what my life is a fucking shit show. It's not a fucking shit show.
So I figured something out on the barrage. Don't purge it. Kind of like the Ohana.
On what?
The barrage.
Oh, on the barrage? Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, I figured that out last night, sir.
Yeah. For some reason, the airflow goes everywhere. Not.
Huge Janus.
Huh?
Huge Janus.
Could really have fun. Let's see. There we go.
I don't even want to switch over there to see what my name is now.
Barrage, don't build low. You won't need to.
Jack me off.
It ain't built low. I'm using the factory Oni coils, the point 2, I think, and they're actually dead on point 2 now. It's not really a needing to purge. I'm used to running mechs all the damn time, so it's almost second nature.
Tell them what happens whenever you purge on the Ohana.
Do what?
Tell them what happens when you purge on the Ohana.
It burns the shit out of your face everywhere. Straight in the eye.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Hi.
You guys want some candy? I got candy and popsicles in my basement.
You gotta put him out.
Free Wi-Fi. That'd be how to lure kids today.
You need it. Can I get some of the French fried toast?
It should be. Hey, would you blow me? Fuck yeah.
We'll change your name next week, Jason. Don't worry. It's gonna be. We'll put that as your name next week. I don't know. Caleb's for a while in the show was Spunky was send nudes.
Yep.
And then Jason's was send money for autographs or something.
There we go. I'm back to send money for nudes.
Yeah, there you go.
Use higher ohms, it gets better flavor. That's on a regulated mod. To me, ohms don't matter as much because you can adjust for it.
Yeah.
I mean, on a mech, I won't build anything over 0.14, 0.15. But on a regulated, well, I take that back. I run the Brunhild on a tube mod, and I run like a 0.67 in it, but it's a MTL. I still want to get an 18350 or a 2350 tube mod just to put the Brunhild on. Just to have a little stealthy pocket mech. The hell did you just do?
That motherfucker's dry.
Cotton bacon.
Oh, I'm crying now.
Yeah. Cotton bacon to me, man. It always took too long to break in. And then, like, you just got that horrible ass dry hit. None of the cotton I use, I don't even think I can get a dry hit, like a real dry hit. It just loses flavor and quits making clouds. It just goes mute. But it never...
He swallowed. Oh, yes, on regulated, I found that it runs better coils, came nice on a net. Yeah.
Run better coils that was nice on a mech. Talking about the Oni. This one came with 0.4 ohm, a set of 0.4 ohm Onis, and then a set of 0.2 ohm. And I don't know if that was Carol adding shit to the package or what. Because that one set was taped to the outside of the package.
That battery's about dead.
I got pretty much full on those. 56% on those. Almost dead. just put a battery in it. No.
Coils what comes with was good on the Mac. He's saying the coils that come with it are good on the Mac.
U for extra the taped. .2 come as normal. Okay. Like I said, both sets are Oni coils. They're just, I'm running the .2 right now, but I don't really. The barrage doesn't have a protruding pin enough to run on a hybrid.
Yeah, no.
And I feel like it's too small of an RDA to run on the overpowered. I didn't pay for the extra taped ones. Right now, Lone Star Vapors has 20% off on the Barrage. The Mesh Pro tank. Only Mesh tank.
Yeah, my wife uses the Mesh Pro tank.
The sub-ohm tank?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I ever used the Mesh Pro tank. Use the Mesh Pro RDA.
My wife's got a Mesh Pro tank, and I like it. Not more than any of my RDAs or anything, but it's a good, decent tank.
Anything is better than a smock tank. Oh my god, I hated those so much.
They were good when we didn't know.
Not really. I had the TFV4 like 5 months after I started vaping. And I even got the RBA section for it. And I think I only kept it, I think, a month and a half. Because back then, the coils, if you bought coils for it, they burned out in like 2 days.
Yeah.
And if you rebuilt in it, you were cussing constantly because of how small you had to build.
Uh-huh.
And trying to find the sweet spot of not leaking versus not getting dry hits.
Yeah. Well, I never rebuilt the Baby Beast coils. I never did it.
I think I've still got a TFV8, I think. And it was better than the 4. But it was still, you burn coils out less than a week.
Yeah. Well, my wife, she burns her Mesh Pro in about 3 or 4 days.
See that?
But she vapes constantly.
that Vaporesso SKRRS tank, that damn thing. I was trying to kill those coils because if I'm reviewing something, I don't finish the review until I burn a coil out completely.
Yeah.
And it took me over a month to do that review.
This one, I have not burned up the mesh coil yet.
Damn. How much
and
are
I've
you? How
had it for
much
about
are?
6 weeks.
How much are you using it though?
Um,
20,
40% of the time.
40%.
But there was a while where I just carried this with me everywhere. And I only had another mod in case this one died.
Damn.
Now the regular round wire coil
I kind
started
of,
out
I kind
quicker than
of,
a motherfucker.
I kind of want to get the other tank for this one
Yeah.
that uses disposable coils and see how it compares to other pods or pod mods or all-in-ones or whatever you want to call them. This one I would say is more of an all-in-one. It's not a pod,
Yeah.
even though it's called a pod. The name of it is the
Well,
X Pod.
if you can find coils for this one, I'll bring this one to you
Okay.
and let you try it.
Yeah. That's like smoke, dude. I mean, hell, this coil in this one right now has been in here for a month and a half, and that's
Yeah.
insane for a smoke product.
Yeah.
But that's
We'll see you, Jason.
that's that RPM mesh coil.
Yeah. We'll see you later, Jason. We'll talk to you over the week.
Only thing on this one's I wish they would have added adjustable airflow.
Yeah.
Which is most pods, honestly. This one's
I
not.
wish this one was just a little wider open. A little more airflow.
That's the problem I have with the pod style systems is they only have one airflow.
This one's got two.
But basically it comes down to what they think is perfect airflow. Yeah, and that right there's more than a lot of them have. I mean,
And then you can cut it down.
a lot of them you just have this right here. The coil is completely out in the open, and there's no adjustability at all. Now I think the Fetch Pro, that the 80-watt one that they come out with, is adjustable.
Yeah.
And it uses the same coils. And they've got the new pod that takes those 0.17 ohm mesh.
Well, I mean, I can get decent clouds off this watch.
Right. I mean, it just takes a lot longer of a draw to get the cloud.
Absolutely.
um,
Absolutely.
have you tried the Geek Vape Frenzy?
I have not.
They're, I mean, you can pick them up for like under $10 online.
That's what's up. I'll have to try them.
But the coils lasted decent, but it's non-adjustable airflow, and it only has like 3 wattage settings. Like there's just, you do the 3 clicks or 4 clicks or whatever, and none of the settings to me match what the airflow is. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's too loose to be a mouth to lung. And it's kind of too turned up too high to be a mouth to lung.
Yeah.
But then it's as a restricted direct lung, it's too cold.
Yeah.
There's no happy medium on any of the settings.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like mine, I think has still got a full tank of juice on it, sitting over by my bed, and I haven't touched it in like 3 weeks. I just when I finished the review on it, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's not one of them that I was like, ooh, I'm gonna keep using that. Like, I mean, this thing, I finished the review and I went and bought more coils.
Yeah.
That for me, that's a big deal because shit, dude, I ain't bought any kind of pre-made coils for anything. Like, I'll use it, the ones that come in the box with it for the review, and then it goes on the shelf.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the other coils that came with this. Like, it comes with that other pod that takes a different, what the hell is the coil called?
The notch coil.
Huh?
Is it the notch?
No. Shit. It's the one that Smoke puts in like 20 different products. It's not the RPM, it's the other one. I don't remember. But to me, the coil sucked ass.
Yeah.
I used one coil and I was like, nope. And the other pod system or the other tank or whatever that takes the other coil is up on the shelf. And I ran one coil through it and it went on the shelf. Never touched it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I got to bounce. You gonna keep going, or are you gonna?
No, I'm probably gonna go find something to eat.
All right. Well, it's been fun.
Oh yeah. Everybody.
Y'all have a good week.
Everybody remember that the DC rally is coming up May 2nd for the PMTA, trying to get it pushed back or canceled. You can donate to the UVA for the rally. And a lot of people are trying to I mean, it's 2 months away. A lot of people are planning taking off work and heading up to DC. So everybody keep emailing the government. There's still federal bans going to Senate. So everybody needs to stay in contact with their government. Email them, tweet them. I think that's about it. Make sure and
have a good week. Take care of the guy sitting next to you, and all will be good.
Yep. Everybody look out for everybody.
Deuces.